The Federation of the Nigerian Mining Host Communities has called on the federal government and states of the nation to enforce all the rights of mining host communities as enshrined in the Nigerian Minerals and Mining Act 2007. A member of the Federation's National Steering Committee, Habibu Wushishi, made this known in Abuja at a press briefing to highlight the challenges of her members. Wushishi, who says the struggles of members of host communities has led to a rise in insecurity in these areas, wants government and stakeholders to intervene and find lasting solutions to these challenges.
Nigeria has in recent times witnessed aggravated security challenges, most of which are resource control oriented. Mining host communities are the ones that often bear the brunt of these menaces. In recent times, violent incidents leading to multiple casualties have occurred in mining host communities across Nigeria. It is on this notion that the Federation of Nigerian Mining Host Communities is being tasked to strengthen the position as a vanguard for demanding accountability from all stakeholders, both government and private sector in the extractive industry. The Federation will therefore continue to amplify the voice of vulnerable host communities through critical conversation and a formidable structure. The Federation has galvanized several communities across the 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria and will actively pursue its objectives and demands. Some of these demands include, but are not limited to: 1. Strengthening of the Mineral Resources and Environmental Management Committee, MEREMCO, in each state and the swift fulfillment of its core mandate as provided by law. This will include demands for the immediate constitution of MEREMCO by state without existing committees. 2. The enforcement of all the rights of mining host communities in Nigeria as enshrined in the Nigerian Mineral and Mining Act 2007. 3. The establishment of solid minerals community development fund for host communities. 4. Comprehensive review of the Nigerian Mineral and Mining Act 2007 to address emerging trends and global best practices on the right of host communities. And 5. Strengthening of the Hydroelectric Power Producing Areas Development Commission, HYPADEC, to properly carry out its intervention in host communities affected by the activities of the hydropower dams. We commit to working collaboratively with those government agencies towards strengthening safeguards for strengthening the sustainability of mining host communities in Nigeria. Some of the traditional rulers are also part of the Federation of Nigerian Mining Host Communities, and you can see us sitting with them here on the high table. We intend to diplomatically sensitize our traditional leaders. Yes, they are part of the problem, we cannot deny that. But then they are also our fathers, and we are also going back to our various geopolitical zones to educate them on the dangers of what they are doing.
One of the recurring things that have come up since yesterday is the fact that there is a knowledge gap, which some of these mining companies are exploiting. Because they've seen that gap, and so they exploit that gap. What they do majorly is what we call the divide and rule system, where they work with a certain part of the community just to get what they have. And so what the Federation have tasked instead to do is to engage with these traditional rulers and of course other members of the community to make them realize some of the dangers in playing to the tactics and the intrigues of these companies, and to see how they put the interests of the communities ahead of their own personal interest.
We realize that some people actually obstruct the path of development in their communities. I mean, some traditional rulers, we can't rule that out. But the majority of them are really progressive in thoughts. Like we have some here, we still have some that can fit into this federation. But then, what we are set out to do is go all out now to reach as many traditional people, traditional leaders as possible, to sensitize them on the need to love their subjects first before themselves, so that the mining, the dividends of mining in their areas might trickle down to the communities and, in fact, landowners in particular.
There are lacuna which these mining companies have taken advantage of, and that is why they have to isolate some people and negotiate with some people. And we have identified that deficiency in the Minerals and Mine Act of 2017. The community development agreement is not inclusive. And where there's exclusivity, it creates room for infiltration and manipulation. So the Federation will also be looking at that act and see how we can make drafting of community development agreement to become inclusive and transparent. And when it is done in that way, all the major stakeholders will be in the know, and that will curtail the ability or capacity of a traditional ruler to circumvent the rights, privileges, and benefits of their community. So if we institutionalize it and make it operational, it will address that issue.
Some traditional ruler in some states can do that, but in Ogun State, we are not like that. It's so short. That one happened in our area where they don't come to me, they straight to our paramount ruler. Immediately paramount ruler call me and say, I don't come, are you here about something? I said, no. Say if it is no, it's go. So, and what happened today, I will tender it to the meeting. Very soon, on January, I want to do retreat to train our people in new members, how they are doing.